For this practice lesson, you need to go to Google Classroom in order to get the Photoshop document for this. So that way you don't have to create a new document and place this image. I've created it already for you, but you will have to go to Google Classroom in order to get that. So what you're going to do is you're just going to practice the pen tool once again, and you're going to follow, like I said, it's like connecting the dots. And you're going to try to recreate each of these exercises on here, and it gives you practice with straight lines as well as curved lines. So the first thing that I want to do, I want to zoom in, okay? I want to get close enough view to my lines as possible, so it's really easy to kind of follow here. So the first thing that I want to do is I'm going to use the regular pen tool. I'm not going to use the free form. I feel like that's going to be a nightmare, so I'm just going to use the regular pen tool. And what I want to do, your straight line edges for exercise 1 and 2 are going to be pretty easy to do because they're straight edges. But you want to click in each of these yellow points, and that's going to navigate you around in order to create these lines. So I'm going to click as close as I can in that middle there. And I want to hold down my shift key on my keyboard. Remember, holding down the shift key on your keyboard allows for nice straight lines. And I'm just going to go through and I'm just going to click on each of these edges. Now, one thing that I need to mention that I forgot to do is when you select your pen tool, you want to make sure that you're on shape. And because we're creating just an outline, I don't want a fill color for this. So you want to make sure that you select off of the fill color. You can choose whatever outline you want. Your outline should at least be 5 pixels for that, and it should be a nice solid outline. Okay, so apologize about that. Then you're going to go in and you're going to create your line. Once you're done, you're not going to connect it because we're not creating a basic shape. We're just creating a line. If it's not perfectly on the outline, that's okay. If it bothers you, of course, you can select the direct selection tool to move that over more so that way it's nice and aligned on the blue outline. If that bothers you, you're more than welcome to do that. And then you click the enter key when you're done. You don't want to go directly over here without clicking on the enter key, or it's just going to connect each exercise to the next. Once again, you're also going to notice that it automatically creates a new layer for you, so you don't need to do that. Then I'm going to go in and I'm just going to repeat the same thing, holding down the shift key to get some nice straight lines as I continue through each of these points. And then once again, I don't want to just go directly to the next exercise because it's going to connect it. I want to make sure that I hit the enter key. So now I can go ahead and I'm going to start to practice using my curved areas here. Now I'm going to continue using the pen tool. I'm not going to use the curvature pen tool. I feel more comfortable with the pen tool and then adding anchor points. So that's what I'm going to show you guys how to do. If you guys are more comfortable with the curvature pen, of course, you can do that as well. So with this, remember when you have a curved area, you're going to click to activate your first point. And then when you click to activate your second point, you're going to click, hold down, and drag. Okay, I'm going to get it as close to that as I can, but I'm not going to stress too much because I'm going to alter this later with another anchor point. And then I'm going to do the same thing down here and the same thing over here. Now to get this more aligned and accurate, I'm going to grab my add anchor point tool and I'm going to add that to the center of each of those little humps there. And then I'm going to go in with my direct selection tool to click and drag these further. And I'm going to use these pulleys, to really align this even more. And this one was pretty close. You might have to just kind of play around with it, kind of gauge to see which one of those pulleys needs to be yanked on. Voila. And then once again, click enter when you're done. And if you need to go back like this one, I think I need to alter a little bit more. There we go. And you're going to continue doing that. I'm going to zoom out here and you're going to continue to do that with each of these shapes. Okay, so you're going to go back and forth using the pen tool adding anchor points where needed in order to create a more curved shape, and then using the direct selection tool to kind of move those anchors. When you're done, you're going to go ahead and save as, and you want to make sure that you change this to a JPEG, and then you're going to upload it onto practice number 2.